Recording in progress.
Hey Kyle, Andrew Gorman here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did that sort of feel this morning? How did it sort of work so nicely? Really, I guess, getting on top of India early on in the game.
I think we were able to, it was probably similar to the back end of yesterday. We probably just found the rewards a little bit quicker. I guess this morning it was just about putting the ball in good areas for long periods, and we're able to do that this morning. We spoke about, I guess how yesterday unfolded, and Tim gave us a good chat this morning before we went on the field, and just around how we wanted to operate this morning, and we're able to do that, and I guess get some rewards from that.
And just what have you learned going from your first test in England and then heading into this one in terms of ball and pitch conditions?
I guess, I've probably learnt a little bit around tactically what I'm trying to do. The ball's certainly swung a fair amount, and probably at times almost too much. So I think, for me personally today, and a little bit yesterday as well, I tried to probably more wobble the ball than swing it, and just kind of engage guys for longer periods. And I think, especially when the ball gets a little bit older, and the seam's still pretty good on the Duke's ball, so I think just tactically how you're trying to operate the guys, and when you wanted to swing it, and how much you want to swing it, and which way you want to swing it, as opposed to just, I guess, New Zealand, where it doesn't tend to move as much in the air, and instead of guys playing and missing, you tend to grab the edge a little bit more.
And just lastly, it's twice now in 8 tests you've had a chance for a hat-trick. Must be good to be getting 2 wickets in a row, but how much would you like to one day make it 3?
Oh yeah, I mean, you're pretty fortunate to be in that position, and I don't think you ever go out there when you bowl to try and take 3 in a row. Actually, just trying to put the ball in the right area and see what happens. And credit to Mum and Shami. He played a pretty good cover drive off that third one, so he's got to take some credit there. But I guess it's just good to contribute, and nice to, I guess, wrap things up quite quickly. We know how niggly at times I guess low order batters can be, so to wrap that up in the fashion we did was pretty pleasing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
After bowling well and seeing what that was just like playing, how did you rate that batting effort by the openers?
Oh, that was superb. I think that's, from my, I guess, short time in this team, was some of the best batting that I'd seen. I think the way that Tom and Dev approached that, the ball, was going to move around. We knew that, and the conditions were probably going to be in the bowler's favour. The way they approached that, pretty tricky period was outstanding, and I think they're two pretty world-class openers in my opinion anyway, and the way they tackled that, built a partnership, and got us to where we are was certainly pretty special.
Given the situation after 3 days, you probably feel that you have a slight edge in the bench so far, but conditions don't look great for tomorrow. How do you think to see things progressing?
To be fair, I haven't seen the forecast a huge amount. Obviously, we've got a little bit of time up our sleeve with that 6 days, so be interesting to see, I guess, how that plays out. I think where we're sitting now would be pretty comfortable. I think if you said to us at the start of the game that we can get them for low 200s, and then to be 100 for 2, we'd be pretty happy. So we'll have to see how the next day or so pans out, but we're certainly in a position that we'd like to be in terms of moving this game forward.
Hi Kyle, wanted to ask you that you had dismissed Virat once in New Zealand also, and could you just tell us is it a kind of a pattern that you people have picked up while dismissing Virat with outgoing deliveries and then bringing one back in? Could you just tell us about the game plan when it comes to Virat?
Oh, I guess, maybe there's some sort of pattern. I don't necessarily know if we talk about a huge amount. I think, the one that I was able to get him with today certainly seemed back a little bit, and those are pretty hard to control as a bowler and pretty hard to manage as a batter, no matter who you are. So I don't think it's necessarily just for him, but it's obviously he's a massive part of their team and a pretty big wicket to get. So to get him pretty early this morning was, I guess, was nice and was pleasing and pretty crucial for how the day unfolded.
Hi, Kyle. My question is a follow-up to that only. You spent 1.5 hours with Virat Kohli. So how pleasing was it for you to dismiss him? And you spent a lot of time with him. So did you notice any change in his armor?
Oh, not really. I think he's a world-class batter, and those guys don't tend to have too many chinks in their armour. Certainly pleasing to get him. Like I said before, I think he's obviously a massive part of their lineup, and to get him early certainly set things up nicely for us. I guess it was pleasing in terms of for myself being able to try to wobble the ball and try and keep him in check a little bit, and to get that wicket was. It was pleasing, and it was just a great start for our day. We spoke around, how we wanted to operate this morning and how important today was going to be in the context of the game. So to start that way was, it was obviously, it was pretty pleasing.
Just wondering, obviously, two guys in theory camp have really stood up at the moment. Yes, two of the newest guys, yourself and Conway. I mean, is it something about the team environment that enables you guys to come to occasions like this, a tour like this, and really perform as well?
Yeah, I think the team culture and the environment that has been created over a long period of time certainly is one of the strengths of this team, and it allows guys. I certainly have been pretty comfortable coming to this group and just being able to go about your business, and I think also the fact that you've got some pretty world-class guys around just sort of allows you to just settle into your role. And I mean, I can't necessarily speak for Devon in terms of how he feels, but certainly for me it's been an absolute pleasure coming to this group and just being able to go about my business and learn off these guys, and I guess just ride the coattails of them a little bit in terms of the pressure they build and the runs they score. And I can't really speak highly enough of the environment and the culture that the guys have built over a period of time, and certainly made, I guess, my transition into international cricket pretty easy.
And what does a partnership like that do? Obviously, disappointing to lose right at the end there, but to be roughly 100 behind, I guess time is running out, and that's looking fairly good today.
Yeah, it's good. I think it was certainly a tricky period, and like I said before, I think the way that Tom and Dev went about their business at the start and sort of set the platform, for us, and and then obviously Kane coming in as well, and him just doing Kane things really. It's good, and it's important, and we spoke about today being important in terms of putting the ball in the right areas and getting wickets, and then obviously off the back of that we had to start well with the bat, and we're able to do that, and whatever unfolds in terms of the weather or bad light or whatever, we can't really control, but we can control how we choose to operate and how we tackle each moment. And obviously today was a pleasing day from that front.
Good evening, Kyle.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How are you? Congratulations on the 5 wicket haul.
Thank you very much.
I just wanted to ask you, now that quite a lot of cricket has taken place on this pitch, what kind of a lead do you feel you will be comfortable with, and how do you think the batting plans of batsmen might change as the test goes forward?
It's probably a little bit early to say what sort of lead. I think you're always hoping for more of a lead, or as much of a lead as you can get. I don't think you can really put a number on it. Obviously, we've seen that it's been tough, and we know in England that things, when they happen, can happen quickly. So, the way we started tonight was obviously, was pretty good in terms of that front. We didn't, things didn't happen too quick, and we were able to build a pretty solid foundation. I think, obviously the key moving forward is to try and build on that. And you know, if we can get ahead, great. If we can get 50, 100, 150, great. I think as a bowling unit, we'll take whatever we can get really. But yeah, we've seen that it's not easy. It's not easy batting conditions, and with the class of this Indian bowling lineup, we know that it's going to be tough. So we know again it's just going to be about trying to win the moment and to stay in the moment. If we can do that, you know, whatever lead we can get to, if we get there, and then build on, will be great.
Thanks very much, Carl.
Thanks, guys.